flight. Whiskey round table. Oh, Greg, Karen, and the whiskey wizard talking facts and tastings. They've got you covered. Whiskey round table. Oh.
Welcome to the Whiskey Roundtable. We are your hosts,
Hey, I'm Bob Leacan.
and I'm Karen Hellenkeller.
Big G.
Albert Santilli.
And apparently for this week and next week, I will be your main host with the accompaniment of the people at the round table. So let's give this a shot. I've already been booked for next week, so this week can suck. So
Aww. What did you call it? The blooper show?
yeah, the blooper show. This is the first bloopers reel, so
Yeah,
we'll
right.
try that out.
No stress. It's gonna be good.
No stress is
Like
good.
So what went on this week? What's going on? Anybody? What you guys? How was your week? Let me ask you that.
My week was busy. You know, just making whiskey, doing the thing that we do the best.
Awesome. You got some awesome products out there.
We're trying it. I brought one whiskey tonight that we may try if we have time.
Sure.
It's a ready-to-drink cocktail,
Okay.
and it's just a partner venture that we tried with a guy, and I want to see how you guys like it.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes, sir.
Are we gonna switch a bottle next week? You had something you wanted us to try. Did you want to try that live next week?
Yes, we're going to do that live, and everybody here knows it except for you.
Okay. So we're
going to do a live bottle next
Although somebody
week.
tried to spoil it earlier.
Oh. Think I didn't hear it. So are we?
We have the bottle in the bag.
There you go.
So this is the mystery bottle for next week. It's in the
Bob's
bag.
sack.
It looks like
It's
a
in Bob's
bag
sack.
of my. Yeah, testicles. Thank you. Thanks for watching.
The blooper show. Thank you very much. We're already going to hit that reel. Okay.
So
Live
next
studio audience?
week's bourbon will not be featured.
Yeah, it won't be one that you guys can get readily.
Will not be featured.
I'm kind of one of these guys that likes to drink things that are out of the normal. Anybody can go to the shelf and grab something.
Water?
Yes, water. And I got some of that new Palestine water.
There you go.
So I glow in the dark.
Grease
but-
lasers, I get it.
I'm not saying that all whiskeys are not good. You got to try something weird, and
Sure.
I got something weird for next week. And I hope you play well and appreciate some of the weirdness, because it's a fun one to play with.
Well, it's fun because it's good timing because the next day after that is April Fool's.
Correct. That's what I figured would be great.
So, yeah, it couldn't be any better. So last April Fool's, I don't know if you guys remember, but we did like bottom shelf, like and then we were like, whatever is the worst wins. And there was this, Doug brought this bottle called Kentucky Gentleman. And I was like, that is no gentleman.
Well,
He has like no teeth.
I have a friend
And
of
he's
mine
playing
that
his banjo somewhere because it was terrible.
I have a friend of mine that is his daily drinker.
Kentucky Gentleman?
Yes, and that's
He's a
why
hell of a man.
He doesn't get out much, does he?
No, but he is a very budget-minded friend,
Okay.
and he likes to drink, but he also likes it when I come over and I bring him some of my products. So
I bet.
I have to try and get him out of that bottom shelf stuff. You can do it once in a while, but man, your liver deserves better.
You know, Benchmark isn't a bad bottom shelf whiskey.
No, that's a good.
No,
that's a-
benchmark is what it is. It sets a benchmark. It's a good beginning bourbon. I mean, there's so many people that are still trying to get into this and fit in, and
We're drinking a little Mellocorn.
we
there's another point in case. You
yeah,
can't ignore the bottom shelf.
right. Albert brought
Yeah,
a
that's
mellow corn.
$10?
Yeah, 100 proof, 100% corn. It's good stuff.
There you go.
Tastes
So
like
what you're
corn.
drinking now, Mellocorn?
Yep.
Yeah. I
Well,
also had a
good.
killer week, by the way. Thanks for asking.
What'd you do? What'd you do?
I'm almost afraid
Judith
to
and
ask.
I went out Wednesday night, and we went to the Beachland Ballroom.
cool.
We went to this club. I'm not going to name it.
Apparently,
But-
you already
I think you already did.
I've been dying to see this piano player. His name's Marco Benevento. Killer piano player. He's a wizard. And we had a great time, but it was weird. It was right off the bat, there's a blackout. Like, we got there out of the gate. And we're responsible, right? Like, we're adults now. We're married. We have a kid. All right, we're not the same, like, high school.
No, wait. Let me rewind.
Hippies.
Judith is responsible. You, not so much.
But we're,
So Judith
yes.
was responsible. Go ahead.
Sure. So it gets interesting real quick. I don't mean to go off on
No,
this
you're
stuff,
fine.
but
You're fine.
We're
You're
just
fine.
since we're just might as well just tell it now. because
Go ahead.
the power's out. I get the Uber driver's number. I'm like, but bro, I don't know if the show's going to be on. And we're waiting to see this guy for over a year. The first time he came here, it was canceled. So finally, they're pouring beers by candlelight. I'm like, all right.
Well, that's romantic.
It's still cool. Yeah, it's still vibey. And like, eventually the power does come back on and we're having a great time. But before we even walk into the joint, this bartender, don't know her name, it's a good thing, but she was just clearly having a bad night. You know, and it's dark and like, yeah, we want a beverage, so I ordered a couple of drinks. We're there with a couple other friends that met us up there, and long story short,
It's okay, we have a full hour. Go ahead.
Long story longer.
It's bad, man. You need to know the background of it. She's in a foul mood. Like
I have to crack another bottle
you know,
for the story.
Well, she did marry you. Oh wait,
No,
the
no,
bartender.
yeah,
Okay, never
yeah.
mind. Go ahead.
So it's rough, and I'm like, hey, like it's not your fault, miss. Everyone loves you. You're doing a good job. It's not your fault. The power's out, dude. I pay her cash for the first round of drinks. Second round, the lights come on. I open up a tab. All right, I open up the credit card machine's working. I go, now I can afford whatever, $12 more. So my friends are there. I buy him a shot of tequila. His girlfriend wants this. I get my wife something. Now I close my tab because the tavern's closing. We go into the ballroom, right? Mm-hmm. We have a great show. We have a great time. I close my tab early. I don't want people running up my bar tab.
Sure.
We go, smart move. By the way, I should mention, I'm in a Budweiser tracksuit, okay? So I'm that guy for the evening.
Oh.
I know what I'm doing, but...
What's it? Remember that?
It's the third off-ramp on this story already.
So now...
I know, right?
But
It's
you
like
need to know these... So now...
Remember the big
all right, Paul
commercial?
already knows. He's saying speed it up. So now it's,
Wait a
the show's
minute.
ended. We had a lovely time.
Paul's on the scroll already telling you to
tries
speed it up.
say that I didn't pay for my drinks earlier. And she puts it on my wife. And I got the Uber on the way. My wife has the drinks in front of her. And she just she just bought a beer on the way out. And I just glance over at her. I go, that's $45 for a beer.
What?
It's a little expensive beer, don't you think, sweetheart? She's like, oh, I don't know. Like, I just, whatever. I don't want any trouble. I'm like,
She's
so I
so
talked to
nice.
the bartender. I'm like, hey, man, you know I paid for these drinks. She's like, you did not pay for your drinks. I go, well, let's just assume I'm a scumbag. Like, you can't just bill my drinks to my buddy Will over there and say, like my wife, right? Like I'm right here. Why wouldn't you address me? Like, so right off the bat, you're
Right.
wrong. B, I did pay the drinks. And she goes, you didn't pay. And then she got street on me. Like, she got real. I was trying to be polite. So what are we arguing about? And that's when the conversation, unfortunately, devolved into a childish attacks and name calling. So,
Oh
yeah,
my
it was a
goodness.
mess. The band stopped behind me. There's 120 people there. They all, like, now they're looking at me. Not a good look.
Right.
But at that point, I've come too far. So,
Oy vey.
at that point, what do you do?
I'm sorry, I nodded off.
You just go straight to fuck you. Straight to fuck you. And I was out. I kicked myself out. We left. And then they did. Long story short, it's the end of it. We did get our money back. I called back the next day. We got our money back. You know what I mean?
Nice.
You can't just like bully people.
No, you
take
can't.
advantage of
Sure.
any drunks.
Right.
Anyone, right?
Not
Like,
just any
not
drunk,
just
but
any
Albert.
drunk.
right. I'm paying attention. I'm in a. At one point, I stood up and I get because the whole bar's watching at this point. I go, hey. Do I look like the type of brother that would be unsure about what drinks I had tonight? Like, I'm wearing a Budweiser tracksuit.
Were you drinking Budweiser?
Of course.
What's
Budweiser
that?
makers.
The
That's what I go
Budweiser.
to.
Man
Oh.
of genius. Remember that?
Oh,
Used to do that?
here's
That's
to
how my
you,
week went. Cheers.
Mr. Bartab Skipper Outer.
Oh,
Mr.
Mr. Bartab skipper
Bartender,
around.
skipper outer.
Absurd, though.
Yeah.
You can't just steal. That's called stealing, where I'm from.
Sure. You pulled it off well.
Wow, changing gears.
Paul goes 3 times, long story short. Let's see if he goes for a 4th. And Phil Weaver's giving it 1-to-1 odds.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
That's on my week.
Cousin Phil, love you, miss you.
And my day, I almost was late here because when Karen asked me to come here, I told her, I said I had a little procedure to have done today. I had a follicle reduction procedure to be done, and she's like, oh, really? I says, yeah. She says, what can I do? I says, just prayers and thoughts for, and I come in today, and she goes, how was it? And I says, yeah, haircut went as it normally went. It was a follicle reduction procedure, but I got prayers and thoughts from Karen about getting a haircut.
Oh my goodness.
So
I'm like always the one that worries about people.
I know, but it was.
I'm thinking like something plucked.
No,
Although
it
it
was.
looks like
Yeah.
you,
I mean,
you are very
that-
tame.
The lady that does my hair, Lisa D'Amico, shameless plug time, the Experience
Oh, no.
Barber and Shave.
D'Amico.
Wonderful people down there. She has a great line of products. She also, much like where you go, has complimentary beverages for when you walk in, and there are some very nice things there.
Love that.
Some Cleveland whiskey products,
Nice.
stuff that's just really nice. You go down here, you can get just about anything done. And Lisa, you hooked me up today. Thank you very much.
Awesome.
And the plug. Go see her.
He looks so purty.
Yeah, he's
I
so
do.
purty.
I feel purty.
He's like a new penny, like a penny wheat.
I like a wheat penny. 1958 wheat penny. Oh, by the way, that's
Oh,
available
hey.
in stores and has a $3 rebate from Cleveland Whiskey. Wow, shameless plug night here. Yes, shameless plug night.
Hey, you got to do it.
But yeah,
Gotta
just
do
so you
it.
guys know, I do work for Cleveland Whiskey, as we probably do know, but I am not representing Cleveland Whiskey tonight.
No, you're just-
I'm just the bourbon guy tonight.
There you go.
Careful.
I love my company. I love my people. But tonight I just want to be an average guy, being able to drink something and give you an honest evaluation of it.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're so happy you're here, and I know Wizard is somewhere in Mexico. I keep
I-
seeing pictures of his naked body all over Facebook.
I didn't get those.
I mean, he has shorts on, but I'm like, Doug, really? No, I'm just kidding.
I was hoping he had a Speedo.
Oh.
A banana hammock.
So
I'm filling in this chair here, man. These are pretty big shoes to fill on this side.
This is what a fan I am of Budweiser. Those are my Budweiser shorts.
Oh, we're going back to this story.
Budweiser shorts, man of genius.
Another
Here's
show.
to you.
So I'm going to cut in. So gentlemen, welcome to the show today.
Hey,
Oh, hey, audience is getting
have,
bigger as we look.
We have another sponsor here with us today, Dave Somrock, Royal Vanna Cigars. Thanks,
Hey, we
Dave.
have-
Another shameless plug.
We
We need a
have,
bell.
three sponsors in the house
We
tonight.
need a bell for
what
sponsor
happened? Oh,
mentions.
hang on.
Oh,
Sorry,
he
kid.
has a bell.
You got to get a shameless plug bell.
Hang on.
Oh, he.
Reminds me of my prom night. If you heard that, you know it's going to be a good night.
That's how I found my prom date. She had it around her neck.
We have Nunzio here today.
It was a moving experience.
We have Paul here today.
It was utterly ridiculous.
So anyway, kids, listen.
We have lost
I gave you
control.
all the thing that we're going to be trying today. The whiskey we're going to be trying today. Poured you guys a little glass of each, so that you can do what do you call it? Tasting. Well, I'm not tasting, but if you want to do ratings on this show. Oh, okay. And then we have everybody else has their glass. Okay. You guys didn't get the pregame, did you?
Maybe they were pre-gaming
Maybe
somewhere
on
else.
the way here.
Okay, we'll be. Never mind.
So-
We'll be back
Never
after a word from our
mind.
sponsors. Oh shit, we don't have any
Our
right now.
sponsors are now talking, so we have Cleveland Whiskey, we have North Coast Jazz Ensemble, and we have Royal Havana in the house tonight. So happy to see you guys here.
This is a great forum. I really enjoy this. I'm glad that you guys reached out to me. You guys have become really good friends really quick to us.
Thank you.
To us and me.
And it's fun, and it was like a no agenda thing, so to say,
It was.
and it worked out well when we were down there for the holiday. That was a lot of fun. Tom was a great guy. We had a lot of fun with him.
He's the skinny Santa.
He's a skinny Santa.
Yeah, we tried getting his son to do it, but his son won't do it anymore. Well, he actually did it for the drive-by, and he filled out that suit quite well. But now him and I are both going to be on our comebacks. So,
I heard there was a bumblebee running around.
oh yeah, that was hey, if you're going to be selling a honey whiskey, you might as well be walking around with your stinger hanging out.
There are
Amen.
some things you cannot unsee, and there is a picture of you on our website.
Exactly.
Sometimes you got to do some shameless stuff, and
It was fun.
So,
it was a good
I
time.
like to blend in with the crowd. I want to just hide back. I never want to stand out.
You're so
I hear you.
quiet.
I know. I just,
So, what's it take to get a glass of little mellow corners?
wow. I think there's just an
I'll
ask
add
and
this one
asking
out.
she will.
Oh, it's not your
I'm sorry, I like
fault.
benchmark. I'm a
I'm
fan of benchmark.
That's the one that was out. But
Okay,
So
so it's
did-
bottom shelf day.
since North,
Oh my gosh. I'm
Since
glad.
we're-
What's on the
Havana's
scroll there,
here.
Karen? What you got?
Dude,
You-
I just
you
want to know real quick, guys. I'm sorry, it's killing me because Dave's here. Did you guys have a hand rolling event tonight over at?
No, that was last week.
April 14th.
Okay. Just
April
checking. I was
14th.
curious. Those are really popular, and that's one of the few places I know you can get the hand rolled
Hand-rolled
cigars
cigar?
straight from the
What are you
table.
smoking now?
This is a Salomon from Royal Havana. It's one of my favorite Maduro wrap.
Oh,
Mm.
that's awesome.
Courtesy of you. Thank you.
What are you
can't-
smoking?
I'm smoking the same cigar, but I don't see your
Oh yeah.
your whiskey round table label on there.
What's the matter with you?
So I brought my own Salomons earlier. I did.
Okay.
And these are the ones you gave me. And the custom label's beautiful. This is whiskey round table. Not to mention, someone got these awesome T-shirts that may or may not be available. Right? Go to the website.
We're just starting to get them in.
Are they on there? Can you see that?
Let me go to
Can you
yes,
zoom that?
and show
Nice.
the back. Show the back.
Yeah. So
It
the
could-
website is on the back.
Nice.
Go to www.thewhiskeyroundtable.com.
Beautiful, beautiful.
See all our updates. Very cool.
So I'm gonna hit the scroll because we have a lot.
I'm sure there's been some comments.
We have a lot going on the scroll. Sergeant Steve
What's
is
up,
on the
Sarge?
scroll, and he says you definitely don't need a follicle reduction.
Who, me? I've already had it.
Yes, we
We have the Wiz is on the scroll. He's in Nashville right now.
What's up,
Does.
Look at you, globetrotter.
Yeah.
You were in
Hey.
Mexico. Now you're in Nashville. Him and Shauna are listening right now, so
Head down to Tootsie's.
they're on
Down
there.
the Tootsies.
And we have Matt Sosa.
What's up, Matt?
You were just with him this week.
I was with him. Yes, I was. Yes, I was.
And we have Phil Weaver, who is having, oh
Cousin Phil.
gosh,
What are
this
you
is a
drinking?
mouthful, Phil.
Is he drink? He's a beer drinker, if I
He
remember
is.
right. Okay, there you go.
He's
All right.
having an Industrial Arts Torque Wrench Northeast Hazy Double IPA.
That's a mouthful.
How big is that can?
It's
All right, it's like this. It's written this big. It's an 8.2 ABV. Hope you're at home tonight, Phil.
yeah.
It's 100 IBUs.
You wake up next to a goat. I don't want to hear about it.
Oh,
That's bad.
yeah. Where is Booker Bog, Steve? I don't see her on here. Steve Gallowan is drinking some Woodford Reserve
Awesome.
Nice.
in the Starlight Lounge.
Oh.
Matt Sosa, he's got his 4 roses. He's cleaning his pew-pews.
What?
Okay, yeah, there was no B at the end of that. Yeah.
Pew-pew.
Ah.
And Wisconsin Rob is drinking Weller.
Which well are you drinking, Rob? Which well are you drinking?
Green, red, white,
Or
blue.
as down in Kentucky they say, "What you drinking on?"
What you
What
drinking?
you
on?
drinking on?
on?
Shoot, you come around behind my barn. I'll show you some things.
Oh boy.
So
Oh boy.
You got a pretty mouth.
That's a nice tractor you got. How's the hitch?
I can't unhear that. So don't spit it out your nose, please.
Never alcohol abuse. Won't waste
No,
it.
can't do it. So, Doug, I'm glad you're on because
Hi, Doug.
you had a question when we did Penelope a few weeks back. Rob is having the Green Weller. When we did Penelope a few weeks back, we were talking about how the bottle that we had, we gave some pretty solid 3.5
Right.
scores. And then Wisconsin Rob and Booker Boggs got their bottle in Wisconsin and Kentucky, and
It was
terrible. And Wisconsin Rob actually brought his here. And we tried it, and
He
it was
bought it there, but he brought it here because
Right.
he wanted to make sure. Anyway, go ahead.
I would have given it a 1.
Oh, worse than a one.
Now
Okay.
you have to be careful with some of those products. Like Penelope itself is a sourced liquor.
Almost bought that bottle today.
Right. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. I mean, it's been done, and a lot of people do it. MGP is one of the biggest sourcers out there. I mean, you have Dickel, Southern Tier. There's a lot of people out there making juice for other people.
Right.
It is a quality control thing. I mean,
Yeah.
these Penelope could have had one batch of really great stuff, and the next batch that came in
Yeah,
might
so
not have been.
And actually, I actually said that. Actually,
I mean, it's.
You know.
I mean, it's a variant thing. I mean, because
Yeah.
you know, it's not like they're making a continuous run like a Jim Beam or a Jack Daniels when they're there. It's a continuous run where always is a continuous run. They're not blending. They're just a solid distillate all the way through. Here at the MGP, they're putting it in the barrels. So the barrels, the temperature, the weather, all that will vary. So you got some good ones, you got some bad ones.
Correct.
That's why when you drink the single barrels, New Riff is a good one.
Yes.
New Riff has got a lot of their single barrel products. I personally like the New Riff single barrels as opposed to the New Riff continuous run, if we'll call that, because you never get the same bottle twice.
Gotcha.
I'm one of those guys. I don't care about
believe in that.
I don't care about
I
the
do, I
consistency.
do.
I like different flavors.
I do too. So
Didn't I
tried
just buy a
Penelope.
new riff?
we do. We have a new rip
just
that
thought
they
you
just came
wanted
out. But they what I did with Rob's bottle is I took 2 shot glasses of distilled water in it, and it changed the whole thing, and it was very drinkable. So sometimes, you're thinking when you get a new bottle and you open it, and all of a sudden you're like, "Whoa, what is this?" Sometimes try it with a little bit of water. You might be pleasantly surprised.
And my experience too is what I like to do. Like we have this bottle, our featured bottle up here tonight. You have some headroom in there. You pour a pour or two out of it. It might be really bad. Just like when you decant a wine, some of it may have to oxidize. There is a big, no, whiskey doesn't oxidize. Yes, it does.
Yes, it
No, it
does.
doesn't. Yes, it does.
Clearly it does.
Hey, you know what? I find what I like that works, and I share that knowledge with you. If it works for you, great. If it's all smoke and mirrors and snake oil, God bless. But I think there's solid evidence that it needs to breathe. It may need to oxidize a little. It may need a little water. It may need to be temperature changed. I mean, everything has its sweet spot to drink, but the most important thing is find where you like it and enjoy it.
I agree.
I normally can't do a wine, but this is aged in port wine barrels. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Is it? You know what?
I am
even
a
checked my
sucker
notes in my
for a
notes while
wine-finished
ago.
whiskey. That is like my favorite. It just adds a different dimension to it. And if it's a wheated whiskey that has got the bourbon finish on it,
Look at you.
or the whiskey or the wine finish on it, I really enjoy it. We were talking earlier. Basil Hayden came out with the rye, and they also have the red wine finish barrel. It's a $65 bottle, but it was very good for what it was.
Sure.
It's a nice entry-level whiskey that has some complexities to it that I like.
Awesome.
And Albert, you are correct. This is finished in port barrels, and it's a 90 proof, 8-year.
There you go.
Well, congratulations.
Awesome.
That was
You
awesome.
did your homework.
You did good.
Look at you.
All right. What
Nice.
do we got, kids? What do we got?
Well, you didn't tell us what you did this week. We all went around. What did you do?
Nothing. I slept all day. I was a very busy guy this week.
Well, I'm rarely wrong, obviously, and I hope that bartender lost her job that night.
Back to the story
Fish.
again.
Fish.
Man of genius.
Here comes the callbacks. Callbacks to the bar tab.
There we go. All right.
Okay, well, Sergeant Steve is asking for the bottle cam already.
Oh, shit.
No.
Okay.
So, all right, Steve.
Sorry.
Relax.
All right. Remember, you got another week of me. I'm here again.
We're just doing our thing, you know. But yeah, here's the bottle cam. Let's take a quick look at what we're doing tonight. Boondocks, 8-year.
Hey everyone, it's time for the bottle cam. The bottle cam.
Today's Friday?
Okay, yeah.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
today is Friday. Can
Today
you
was a
believe
long
it?
week. Boy,
You work with whiskey.
Wait,
How
today
can
was a
you
long
not-
week?
today was a long week.
Today
Yes.
was a long week,
Yes,
okay.
yes, yes, yes.
I wish I worked with whiskey.
I tell you,
I mean, I kind of do.
It's
here,
fun.
but-
It's fun. Yeah, you don't really drink as much as people think you do.
Are we on the air?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes,
That's what I'm saying.
yeah.
We're just casually chatting.
What?
No, we're on the air. We're
Oh,
back on.
okay.
Oh, hello. Bloopers reel number 2.
I got to be careful because Albert might say something if I don't tell him.
Fair question. This is,
All right, so we did the bottle cam. We're going to be drinking.
All right.
Yeah, Albert, if you want to grab the 2 there and give Bob 1, and then Greg, you got
Thank you.
ours.
Oh, buddy.
I got it.
Hey, man.
Hey, your meds are not working right.
No, they're not.
Can't believe it's only Tuesday.
Damn, picked the wrong
Right,
week to
right,
put
right.
sniffing glue.
I love that movie. That's one of my
Is that
favorite.
airplane or something?
It is.
Just want to let you know we're all counting on you.
You ever seen a grown man naked?
Just when you came over.
You ever been to a Turkish prison?
Turkish prison.
Anyway.
Okay, off the rails like the train in Palestine.
Anyway, so yes, we are doing Boondocks 8-year, and when I went on the website to do some research, one of the first things that I saw was this picture, and it says, "Out in the Boondocks, life is a little simpler."
Well, that's clever.
That's cool.
And I love that because I love like summer nights, bonfires, and doing all of that kind of cool stuff. So I was
So
like,
Steve Luskowitz.
What is the proof on this one? Are we gonna? What is this? It doesn't smell too high.
we are going. It is a 90
Yeah.
proof, so
Yeah,
it is
it's
a lower
it's,
proof.
It doesn't smell real. It's nice.
It is a lower proof. But this Boondocks, this is their only bourbon. They have 3 American whiskeys. They have an American whiskey that's aged 11 years at 95 proof. They have a cask strength whiskey, which is aged 11 years and it's 118 proof.
I want to try that.
And then they have That Spice Project, which is aged 11 years and it's only 80 proof. They also have a rye, which we were talking about rye earlier
rye.
tonight. A straight rye whiskey, which is only aged for 3 years and it's 92 proof.
I'm sorry, I wasn't listening. I have the attention span of a mosquito tonight.
Bar tab.
Tonight.
Is this a 90 proof?
This one is a 90
90
proof,
proof, okay.
yes. And as you mentioned, Albert, it is finished in port barrels. I didn't even smell it yet,
I'm not supposed to try it yet.
but
Trying again.
I do
Nose it
get. Yeah, I can see that. Let's see, what do I have on
If
here that
Tate
I
from
want to
Royal
mention?
Van was on the show, this thing would be gone right now.
One shot, one kill.
He's got it.
Mm.
You know what? I'm not going to go into all of my stuff. I just
Why not?
What do you got?
because it's fine. I think we're just having fun. It doesn't matter.
This part of the good thing is that you give us all the stats. You're the one that keeps everything together. The reality, you anchor it.
Oh, please! Now we're in trouble.
Well, we can't let him anchor it.
What are you trying to get through? What are you trying to get through?
I was just going to say, okay, so aging bourbon in barrels is an art, not a science.
That's very true.
Go ahead.
Finishing bourbon demands more talent because you're imparting additional flavor and character on what is essentially a completed product. They started with a smooth and rich 8-year-old straight bourbon, hand-selected by their master distiller, who is Dave. I'm going to butcher this.
Just Dave.
Shurick. Shurick?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
And they got more flavor and nuance out of it by aging it longer in the port barrels. And then throughout the process, he pulled samples to ensure that extra aging didn't overpower the bourbon, just making sure it complemented it and adding to the complexity and the character.
It is very
Of the
key to
bourbon.
monitor the bourbons. I mean, we've done a couple that may have gone too long. It is really critical to make sure that you're tasting these barrels all along because
Right.
it doesn't take much to over oak something. It doesn't take much to completely change it and make it practically unsalvageable.
Yeah, it's a science, and I think the wizard does a lot of
He
talking
does,
about
I mean,
the
he
science
does,
of making that.
Yeah, he's got
Yeah, he
great
does.
education.
Yeah, he does.
Well, I said this before, in organic chemistry, this is a solution.
All right, should we nose it up,
Yeah, but
kids?
what's the problem?
It doesn't matter.
Either
It's just
happy
the
or sad.
solution.
So, all right, what's up?
Should we nose it up?
Yes, let's nose it up. You guys all ready?
Yeah.
I already knows it.
I'm actually getting roses.
Roses.
Fresh roses.
That's me.
I know.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I know, but I mean, so it is. I've never gotten this out of a whiskey before, but I am getting like the sweet of roses, the rose petals.
Okay.
When you crush them, it's amazing.
Oh, when you crush rose petals.
Yes.
Are we going around here? Is there an order?
Yeah, no.
No, just
It's a
whatever
free
you
for
got.
all.
I
Just,
heard someone in the audience, I heard briefly, just under their breath, they said something about cherries, and like I got some red fruit,
Definitely
some
fruit.
dark fruit, some type of fruit in there.
You know, it kind of reminds me of the first time I smelled it. Is do you remember when you were a kid and your mom used to buy those little box raisins?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, the sun-kissed the whistle boxes.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
They
That's
still make
kind of
those?
what I get out of there, and
Probably
I
got
get
it.
a
Yeah.
splash of maybe vanilla. But
Almost like a currant.
yeah. So that's what I get in it, in the smell.
Yep.
You know,
Yeah,
I get raisins as
it's
well.
very, very sweet smelling. I mean,
it
it's
definitely has a sweet smell.
it's
for sure.
delightful.
It's delightful to the senses.
It's very delightful.
Awesome.
It is my gentle boulangerie.
What about you guys? Is there anything that you're pulling out of it that we haven't mentioned?
Yeah, on the nose, we haven't drank it yet.
Some
Too
of
late.
us.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no,
Some of
I
us.
couldn't resist.
All right.
You can only smell so much.
No, I hear it.
Vanilla.
Yeah, I know. It's anticipation.
A lot of vanilla.
So go ahead. What's the
So
nose
the
on?
tasting notes that I pulled off.
Tasting notes or noses? Nosing.
I'm getting there. I'm
Okay.
getting there. The nose has
Off the rails.
raisins, vanilla, and a touch of smoke. So you hit on two of the
I
three.
didn't get the smoke at all.
I didn't
Smoke.
get any smoke.
No,
I got
not at
the
all.
Smoke at all.
I didn't get
I
any
mean,
smoke.
not even
I mean, I got a
not even a
smoke.
char.
Yeah.
But I don't have.
I mean, there's not even like
I
a
think
heavy
it
char
pairs
or
well.
nothing.
No,
I mean,
Seriously,
it's-
I think it pairs well with the smoke. A nice cigar. It's
I agree with that.
this is. I can't wait to have a cigar.
sorry, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
I'm
you're
killing
fine. I'll secondhand smoke for a night.
Go.
it. This is a prop, by the way, if my
Should,
mom or anyone's watching.
Anyway, are we going in trying this now?
Yeah. We.
Ooh,
Okay.
ooh,
Go
ooh,
on.
ooh,
Let's
ooh.
go on.
We'll try it again, some of us, yes.
I'm watching everybody. I'm seeing elbows bent and chins.
That's nice.
I
That's
get
really
a
good.
coconut aftertaste.
I just shaved, man.
Did you swallow your pill?
Buddy,
Dear
it smells
Lord.
like your cologne. That other
I get a dryness of wine.
That's what it is. I was like,
Ah, yes.
Man, that was
Rusty
Axe.
nail.
That was
I
Axe
get a-
body
whatever,
spray.
whatever. The rusty nail smell.
I get a dryness of wine. It's very sweet. It's very fruity.
I'm getting a lot of
I
Bourbon
don't know.
over
You
here.
know, I want to say I'm not going to say cherry, but I'm kind of thinking almost just a hint of citrus. But
Why not cherry?
it's not a. It's. I mean, I'm not getting it. I was expecting, but you know, sometimes it takes me once or twice to get it. But it's very nice. It's not. There's not a lot of ethanol in it. It's good.
No.
I
really
caught
good.
something I bet no one's going to get.
We'll say
When
it.
it's my turn, whatever.
No, we don't take
Okay,
turns.
so there's a little bit like on the back end. There's some rye.
It's.
Ah.
It is a sweet.
I would agree.
Sweet drink,
It
yeah.
took my third sip to get it back in there, but seriously,
Tongue feel is real nice, real light. It's one of those that will sit on your tongue just right. Hits the back of your throat, and I'm like, it's still tasting it, still tasting it, still tasting it. Not really ready for another drink, but it's like, wow, okay, I can have another sip now because
It's
I
good.
need more.
It's really good.
It is. It's.
I like it.
There's something else in there I can't. Pull
What
out.
is the price of this bottle?
Great question. I did not pull that off for this week.
That bottle came from one of our friends.
Okay.
He brought it up for me, and we had the other one as well, and it had the spiral.
Oh, the spiral was in that.
Cherry,
Right.
and it wasn't in this one, but it was in the other bottle. So that's one of the one of the three different bottles.
Okay.
And man,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, the flavor is fantastic.
Yeah, I had a couple of ones with the spirals in them, but my fear of those is that if you leave that spiral in there too long, it'll over oak it. And I've had one that was a little too long.
A little
Where they put
real dry.
Right, it got a lot
Like
of the tannins in it, but this one is really nice. It is delightful. Yes,
It is.
I will keep using that.
Nice.
It's nice. No,
whatever
that is something I
you
would
want.
keep on my shelf. I really
It's
would.
nice. It's
It's
almost
good.
You know,
not
the
overpowering.
longer I keep tasting it, it's kind of it kind of has that wine barrel,
It's got
that
the
oakiness in it, and
I
got the
will say
residual.
this: I'm not getting that much port because I'm not.
I
'cause,
mean
you
either,
know,
but I'm
since
getting that
Pagazio and I
wine.
don't-
You're
that
getting
little
the-
bit
Not
of
a big wine
wine-ish.
guy.
Yeah,
It's good.
the wine-esque. There's like just that hint, that just enough. There's
I thought I'd get a little more though.
no. This is. I mean, it's
good.
right.
It's
It's right
not-
in line with what you should be. You shouldn't be overpowered with the port. It is a port finish, not a port forward.
Yeah. That's
So-
yeah, that's I like.
so,
well
I mean,
said, my
it's-
friend. Well said.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's a thumbs up for me.
What do
for
you
sure.
got, Karen?
So I was just looking online. The mash bill, what I found very quickly, it says it's undisclosed, but it's at least 51% corn. Because
Well, it has to be.
It has to be,
Yeah.
right? And real quickly, what I'm looking at online, it's about $60.
That's a very fair price for that product.
So
you know, as we were talking before the show, it's like, you know, for that
Other
proof,
side.
for that bottle, for that taste, that is really good. I like it.
It is good. It is good. And again, that was. This is the second bottle that I've had from him, and the first one didn't disappoint at all, and this one definitely doesn't disappoint. So,
Sergeant Steve, you have a bottle of this, and he already has his score out there.
Wow.
Whoa, go ahead. Let's
Jumping
hear it.
again. He's way ahead of us.
Let me give the palate and the finish notes that I was able to find. Palate oaky, but not tannic sweet, and big and spicy.
No, not
I don't-
spice.
Spicy at
No,
all.
no
I don't
spice.
agree with that at all.
But
I
his
don't even
bottle
know
could
that
be
I
different.
get the.
Exactly. I mean, we were right. I mean, that was the other thing I was going to have a question is that they were talking about they had to watch the bottle
Yeah.
closely.
Steve, how long have you
Is
had
it a
that
sourced
bottle?
whiskey?
Steve, how long have you had that bottle? Let me know.
You know, that would be my question. I mean,
It's really good. I like it.
Boondocks, not Booker's. What?
Boondock,
No, I
not
can't read
Bookers.
because I'm doing a lot of things, Steve.
All right, move
I've got
along.
stuff to
Move
do.
along. Move along.
Yeah, there's only one computer. Doug's not here.
Move along.
Anyway, the finish, it just says long and pleasant. So
It is. I would agree with that 100%. It is a long finish.
I did on the first taste. I said it was a short finish because it was really short. But then again, that could have been the cigar. But at the end of the day, I have sampled it 3 more times, and it is a very long finish.
Right.
And it's very pleasing.
Yes, it is. It's one of those that, and it
love
probably
it.
pairs really well with the cigars. I'm sure they're going really well with that.
I
I
love
mean,
it.
it makes sense. I've never met any woman that said it was short and pleasant. So, but yeah,
short, yes, pleasant.
long
no.
and pleasant.
Yeah. Very short, but very nice.
Very nice.
But anyway,
Wow.
All right.
what do we got, kids?
So,
So much for the PG rating.
yeah. Well, no, this is not a show for children. Anyway,
Yeah, why not? I want my 5-year-old to learn how to drink bourbon.
Perfect. Perfect.
Why are kids watching a 21 or older show though?
doesn't everyone?
That's all right. Doesn't
Okay.
anyone?
Give it to me.
Do you guys have anything you want to add as far as the palate or the finish that you?
A little orange peel.
That's the one. That's it. That was one. Yes.
Orange peel. That's
It was a citrus that you were
I couldn't
looking for.
figure it out.
Right.
So
Good
if
call.
you did not hear
Good call.
that, we had orange peel.
Awesome.
Yes, that was that was the mystery citrus.
I love it.
I thought when I put my nose to this that it was going to be so much sweeter than it was. It smells incredibly sweet to me. And you taste it, and I get that, like, you know, if you leave a bottle of Merlot out and you were having for dinner and you left the cap off of it, it dehydrates a little bit. I'm getting that dry up front. You said sweet up
That's
front.
the port.
I'm getting dry up front. And then it does have that long finish where I think it actually does get sweeter the longer it's in the back of your throat as it's going down. You let it sit. That's 10 seconds after, 15 seconds after, it sweetens up again. But I'm getting it's unique because one of the few ones where I've had where the aroma to me is extremely different than the initial taste. So you got to really incorporate both the smell and the tongue and everything together to get a unique experience.
Did everybody hear that?
I'm not repeating it. I think he was
No,
speaking
he-
like
Oh, yeah, he was very complimentary of it.
Yeah,
I
but
was
he-
just
I
curious. I
mean,
mean, it was
very
really good.
good, very good analysis.
Yeah, it was
on
really
that,
good.
yes.
I mean, I was hoping everybody could hear that
he's
one.
spot on, but he's very serious about his stuff.
And
mean,
you were
it was really
nodding.
good. I
You
was
were
hoping
nodding to
everybody
that.
agreed
You
with
agree
it.
with
Yeah.
that? Okay.
All right.
Any
Casey,
nothing?
Anybody else?
Dunzio.
Anybody else?
It did have a dryness to it.
There's a lot of
It
pizza.
wasn't. It was.
Oh,
Why you gotta make fun of the Dagos?
yeah.
Not a
What
big
do you got?
guy.
Yeah.
I don't think about that.
I see why we blew you know who up, but anyway.
Yeah, we know a pig farmer in Youngstown.
It was good. It was good.
delicious.
Awesome.
Not one negative.
Casey,
thing
what do you
to say.
got?
She agrees with Paul.
She thumbed up silently.
Yeah, I'm not. I just don't feel like I'm.
She's drinking her crown from her flask.
Well, that's why you're
You
here.
don't have to be.
So
Yeah,
I,
that's true. I
Yeah.
forgot.
when I first tasted it, was like, because I'm a foo-foo girl, so it burned going
Foo-foo.
down.
I'm a
But
foo-foo
then
girl
I
in a foo-foo world.
got a second taste. It wasn't so bad, and I thought, that would go well with my ginger
Is that
ale.
what you listen to when you do
Uh,
stuff?
Oh, your ginger ale.
Oh, but to be honest, if that's the way you like it, that's the way you need to enjoy it.
All right, listen.
I mean-
I'm gonna.
Not a lot of ginger ale. Just
No, just enough. Just enough.
Go ahead.
We have another
Go
comment.
Ahead. Go ahead.
Casey, if that's the way that you like that, you felt that way, you should try maybe just half a teaspoon of room temperature water, splash in and swirl to give it to let out, because that may
Bring it up.
You may want to add distilled water because you do not want to use city water because of the chlorine and the chlorine and the fluoride.
In the East Palestine.
In East Palestine, yes.
Temperature instead of cooling it down if I'm really tasting something, and that will not only really perk it up in the smell, but it will also reduce the alcohol, so it is not as potent on your tongue.
Yeah.
You may have a different opinion. That goes to almost everybody.
Sure.
If you feel something is that, if you want a little bit colder, try an
Yeah,
ice
so this
cube.
would be something I would drink on the rocks.
Lots of rocks.
Okay.
No, I mean, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
That was good. It tasted the fruitiness of the orange peel,
Yeah,
and on the nose, I felt like it was going to be a little hotter. And it
I did too. I
Yeah.
thought the same thing with the
Yep.
thing. And I couldn't figure it out. I know I said citrus. I just couldn't pull out what citrus it was. But you're exactly right. Orange.
That was
Yeah, when you hit the orange peel, that was amazing. That was perfect.
That was Mr. Somrak from Royal Havana Cigars, by the way. He's a very seasoned.
Ding!
Mister.
Shameless plug.
You know
All
what?
right,
I just have one more thing to add to this because I just finished the last of it and I got a little bit of black licorice on the finish.
Okay.
I just did. That's,
Wow.
All right. Well,
Okay.
That's what I got.
All right. That's fine.
All
So what do
right.
you got?
well,
Let's
good,
roll.
because that's what
Let's
you're
roll.
getting.
Okay. All right. We're gonna make this real simple for me, and we're gonna go this way, starting with Greg, because I gotta.
It's not funny. Just go ahead, Greg.
Yeah. Go
Okay,
Greg.
yeah, it's great.
There's too
Greg,
much
Greg,
going on
is the,
tonight.
Greg be the man.
I'm going to go with the 395.
Oh shit.
395.
That's fair. That's fair.
That's from the Russian judge.
I am surprisingly pleased with this one. I'm gonna give it a solid 4.0.
All right.
That's good. I would personally, I think it would be something I would keep on my shelf. I really did enjoy it. I would love to share this one. I think it's a solid 3.5. Solid 3.5.
Okay.
What's the price point on this bottle?
60
65
bucks
bucks.
is what we
60
found.
bucks.
About 60.
Ooh, just
I
knocked
think it
off.
drinks like a $60
knocked off
bottle.
a point
Yeah,
for
it-
me,
you
like
know.
a little. I was gonna say 4.5, but I'm gonna drop it down to a 4. I did still dig it. That's a high score.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You know, but that's
Everybody's
I don't know,
price.
man. I mean, yeah, I just thought it was less expensive for some reason.
So
It's still
you're
good.
You're giving it a 4.4 or just
Just a
straight
4.
4?
Yeah.
Okay.
Straight up 4.
That's what you were all about there. 'Cause
Yeah.
it-
Alright.
you said 3.5.
3.95.
Yeah, and the other variant on
Yeah.
that would be like, where did the barrel come from? What port wine did they use?
Right.
Because if they use a French oak barrels are very, very, very expensive.
A lot of people don't want to. A lot of companies don't want to buy them.
Right, and then there's a Hungarian oak out there that's very, very expensive. They make wine in, so I'm sure it's probably not a. I'm sure it's not a Mad Dog, port barrel, but I'm sure it's not top of the
You're
line.
the expert, man.
I'm not an expert. I
You're
just
the
guessed right.
distiller.
I just guessed right more than
That's
once.
way above me, man.
I just guessed right and read the right books and listened to the right people.
As Tom Petty said, you got
Say
lucky,
that-
babe.
Yeah, I
Say that
did.
again, Dave.
I did.
He's very
You know,
modest.
they make a Slovenian oak barrel. It's really
Yes.
cheap.
Yeah.
Very cheap.
Is that, wait a minute. Being 50% Slovenian, I might take umbrage to that, but you're true.
That's very close to Hungarian barrels too, by the way.
We got some, in the house.
Oh my goodness! You guys want to rate or no?
You want to give a score?
Who's going first? You going first?
I'll go first. I too would give it a very good 3.5. It's just I definitely have this
Woo-hoo.
on my shelf, but with the price point and my own personal tastes, this is all personal rating. Don't take this as stuff. You should always try some. Anytime I think anybody here gives something over a 3, should go ahead and try it,
Oh yeah.
because we all have our own personal tastes.
Sure.
I'd give it about a 3.5. I would buy it myself, but it wouldn't be something I'd keep buying over and over again with the price point and my own personal tastes.
Gotcha.
Okay, makes sense.
Casey, got a number?
I think I'd get the old man a bottle of this.
You
Okay.
can
Nice.
a bottle of it.
Well, I appreciate
I'm not
the
the old
offer,
man.
Casey, but
Casey, can I be your old man?
They can all go home with you today.
oh my goodness. So, what? Do you have a number?
On a,
I
5
would
is
say
the
4.
best.
I would say 5's best. I would go with 3.5. I mean,
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
It's good, solid middle of the road.
Dunzio.
I enjoyed it with the price. I'd say 3.9.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Dave?
Nice score.
Oh, Nunzio, there's rye up here for you.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
with the sweetness, I say 3.5 also.
Okay.
Good,
Fine,
good.
Okay. Some good scores.
Yep, awesome.
And then, okay, Steve, I know you put a score out there.
What did Steve say?
Let me go up. Okay, in the
4.2.
scroll, Steve, if
wow.
this is what you're drinking, 4.34.
Wow. Okay, there you go.
And Phil, I don't know, and I'm not reading in between the lines here, but Phil says I'm thinking 4.2. I don't know, Phil, if you
Is that
are
for
drinking
your
this?
beer or is that for your whiskey?
If this was a dartboard, we're all like right around there. Though.
Sure.
You
Yeah,
know?
it is a solid. It's a solid product when you
Without
look at
knowing
it.
the price point, that's precisely what
It's a
I was
great
going to
bottle.
say. I
I'd
was
buy
thinking
that all
a little
day long.
north of 4.0.
And a half.
I mean, it's one of those bottles. I mean, if you're a fan of the show and you're a fan of bourbon, you're not going to have one bottle open at any given time. You're going to have probably 12 to 14 bottles on your shelf open. And when you go out to find another one, yes, I know you're looking over there. There is a wave and an acre of bourbon bottles over here.
Bourbons
but
and
I mean,
scotches.
you're gonna
We're
have enough bottles open that a $60 price point is not going to break you because
No,
you can
right,
go
I
for a
agree.
little while. You can save up. Hey, I mean that's how I do it. I don't buy a bottle every month, but sometimes I may save up and buy a $100 bottle. I may buy an $80 bottle. I may buy a couple $40 bottles.
If I'm going somewhere, I always try to buy a decent bottle,
Right.
Because a lot of times people they don't ever bring anything and they just want to drink what they think.
Right.
If I say it's great, they're like, give me a glass, blah blah blah. But I pretty much save. When we have get-togethers and I have I call my boys there, and that's when I bring out the stuff that I want them to try.
The stuff that you think
Sure.
is top. The stuff
Sure.
that you think is the best, right?
And me and my friends, we have a lot of the same palate, which is really good. Doug's amazing. Doug Dunbar, Whiskey Wizard's amazing. Me and him have almost the same exact palate, and but it's good. It's like sometimes people just want to be your friends to see what they can drink, and I kind of got away from that.
Right.
So
I think our palates vary at times, but you and I both like higher proof.
Sure, well, I am definitely a higher proof guy.
But also
No
don't
doubt
forget
about
that
it.
your palates change over the days and years.
Sure.
Just like when you start drinking wine, most of the time.
That's how I started drinking whiskey.
I know
You're exactly right.
I know Karen drinks wine. I mean, we just had a conversation about the
Cleveland Urban Winery.
Yeah.
Amazing. Amazing.
You start drinking sweeter wines, and then as the longer you drink wines, you get drier and drier and drier, and
Like my story earlier.
oh God, don't keep calling
Come
back
on.
that.
We're still
please.
trying to wake up. Come on.
Hey, when you guys are talking
Very dry.
bullshit, I guess I have to have a little bit more of this.
Okay, you have a little bit more.
You have a
So,
little bit more of that.
so now, I just want to
your
kind of
cologne?
correct what I had said earlier. So, what had happened was.
Yes, right.
So Sergeant Steve, he was trying to guess what our scores were going to be, which
Oh.
I think is a
That's
great idea. So Steve, his guess was that we would score to 4.34, and cousin Phil was thinking it would be a 4.2.
Okay.
So
And
I
that-
don't
and
know.
that's fine.
I think the highest score tonight was a 4. So definitely a good bourbon.
All
I-
in
oh, yeah,
the
I
Rick
mean,
House. All of them are in the Rick
yeah.
House. So we're
There
good.
is nothing wrong with that product at all. I mean, that would be one of those that I would be happy to put out to share with other friends.
And I don't know which bottle Steve was what he had. If
Right.
it's the same exact bottle.
He was guessing our score. He was guessing what our scores would be.
Oh well, don't guess our scores.
Oh, come on, that's fun. I mean, it's like spin the wheel
I
and find
like
out what's going
that
on.
idea. I like it, but if you haven't tried it, it's kind of hard to do.
Yeah, it's
that.
kind of hard if you're.
Steve's done the show a couple of times, and he's always spot on. He does a great show every time he's ever been here. But he's very diverse in whiskey. He really is. So Booker's is like his favorite product. So I try to get stuff for him if I get it. But anyway,
Nice.
So, Bob, you have something that you brought tonight.
Yeah, I have something. at the distillery, we've tried to partner with some people. I mean, there's always this grand. I'm sure, Greg, you would really love to put your own brand of bourbon or whiskey out
And
there.
we will do that.
Or
We will do
I'm
that.
sure, Dave from Royal Havana. Let me put a whiskey with my name that pars with a cigar really well.
We just did the cigars and shields.
Right, I know we have one of those. I mean, the bourbon barrel. Oh, that's right. That's right. You did. Michael, we have that ready for you. We did that.
Oh yeah,
And it is
good.
really good. I should have brought you a bottle.
Good thing you'll be back next week.
No, I won't. If this show's going the way it's going, I'm not going to go back next week.
Well, they're out. I think they're all sold.
Yeah, that bottle, that
Right.
thing that Dave's talking about is the custom barrel program that we have at Cleveland Whiskey. But we were going to expand that, and we actually talked to this other gentleman, and he came up with a ready-to-drink cocktail, which is a fast and upcoming niche market right now. This one is called Chopper Spirits. If you want to hold that up to the
Yeah,
camera, please.
that makes sense because they're competing with like the seltzers and stuff and all that stuff. So
More or less, but
pretty
yeah,
light
but this
stuff.
one is
Very
a
light.
yeah. If you want to hold that up, we'll go up in there. Jared is the gentleman that does this. He is a Marine, and he came up with this with a bunch of his buddies. It is basically a rusty nail
Turn it.
in a bottle.
Other way.
And if you guys don't know what a rusty nail is, it's
I do.
a drambuie in Scotch.
Right.
Yeah, I got one of those.
There you go.
And drambuie. Oh, good Lord!
He took my joke.
I know.
Yeah, we'll get there in a minute.
Never
We set that one up, and he took it.
Who's covered too?
But Drambuie is a Scotch derivative liqueur, and then you add more Scotch to it, and you get this rusty nail. So I mean, it's like liquor on top of liquor on top of liquor. I mean, it's really good. I
I
mean,
get BDR.
Oh, here we go.
I don't know. No.
Bad dick report.
Oh,
So we're getting the ugliest.
PG-13 now.
Oh, sorry.
You know, I don't know why I brought two sponsors today, but anyway.
Hey, but there's 3 here, so anyway.
Hey, do you guys know how
but-
Arnold pronounces this bottle?
Chopin.
Get down to the chopper.
So, yeah, Jared's a good dude. I've worked with him on the 2 batches that we've put together for him. I happen to like rusty nails very much. My father-in-law turned me on to Drambuie many years ago. My wife and I really enjoy it, and I enjoy this product a lot. So why don't we go around and pour some of this and see what you guys
That's what
think?
I'm talking about,
All right,
Negro.
start.
It is a rusty nail is a slightly people use it as an aperitif after you have a really heavy
An
pasta
apero?
meal. An aperitif.
What is that?
It's a fancy word for an after dinner cocktail.
Dude,
Wow.
I'm going
It's
to
a
take it back, and then you're going to...
A digestif, if you will. It's something to help you digest, relax, calm down.
That's the one type of liquor my dad does drink.
Right.
You guys know my
Ooh, that
father.
smells very
Right.
It does smell
If you
very
guys are
nice.
familiar with Drambuie, Drambuie is a honey spiced liqueur.
I'm going to say, like, cinnamon spice.
Well, there's some cinnamon in it. There is a whole lot of spices. There's also a star anise.
Okay.
So it'll give you that black liquor
pour
flavor.
that much.
Honey. There's just so when Drambuie is made, they call it a proprietary spice blend. This will give you a thicker tongue feel also because it's supposed to emulate the honey from the Drambuie because it's made with honey also. So I mean,
I almost get a little clove out of it, too.
Yep.
You just didn't wear your bee outfit for this. I'm so.
My buddy,
I
my buddy
know.
Dustin makes. I almost brought you a jar, but he has bees, and he just gave me a jar, fresh,
I'll buy
straight
it. I'll
from
buy
the
it.
farm.
I'll buy it.
But
Oh
I mean,
man, I'll bring you some next
I
time.
mean, it's one of those that it's not for everybody, but
Oh, that's cool.
I really enjoy it a lot. You know, throw an ice cube or 2 in it. It's even better. But Jared is putting his life and soul into this product. It was something that we tried at Cleveland Whiskey. I don't know if we're going to continue this in the future to do this type of thing, but I wanted to bring this out and give Jared a shout out and try and help him
absolutely.
out a little bit. And
I would like to put together, we've talked about it in the past, but I would like to put together a wheat penny barrel for the whiskey round table,
Okay.
but something a little bit different than the standard wheat penny.
What I will do is I will take that back to Andrew.
I'm
they-
trying to get a number on it.
Well, I would love to try that and bring Andrew out here, and maybe we can do the barrel picking and the sampling as a special show.
That'd be awesome.
Maybe do something pre-recorded because you may have to edit it. Because doing these samplings is that we give you 6 different of the whiskeys that we do, and you get to add 10% of this, 20% of that, some of this, some of that, and you get to blend it all together. Dave, you guys, did you get to do all that?
No,
Or
the guys did it. I didn't participate.
why not?
Well, they did it when I wasn't.
Oh,
I think I was out of town.
oh, boo!
But
You missed the next barrel you do. You have to be there because it is fun.
Maybe we get Royal Havana cigars with the whiskey round table.
Yeah, that could work. A Royal Havana Whiskey Roundtable collaboration. That would be
about
great.
Sounds great.
Wouldn't it be
Because
Sounds great. How
basically,
many bottles you end up getting out of, like 60?
a lot more than that.
It's like 240.
Yeah, it's like
200.
it's.
Average,
I
I think
think
it's
you got like
240.
22 cases. So I mean, was it a half barrel, full barrel?
I thought they maybe did a half barrel.
Okay, then it's probably about 22 cases. So it's amazing. It was really a good blend.
We just
This
do it
is-
for ourselves.
That would be great.
Yeah, we just have to talk. We'll talk a little bit offline over here about how we're going to deliver that. I mean, if you want me to deliver, I can deliver. If not, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're interested. I'm interested.
Did
I'm
we
sure
talk
you're
about the
interested.
proof
Dave.
or?
I know. We that's why we need you,
So-
the glue, to hold us together.
Oh please, I.
So are we gonna dive into this or what, kids?
I already did. So you guys dive into it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just read you what's on the bottle because there's not a lot of information, but it does say it's honey, herbs, and spices.
Yep.
Which, after trying it, I would agree with all of that.
Oh, it's honey front.
Yeah.
Very honey front.
The tongue feel on it is very thick.
Oh my goodness, is it nice?
It's you know what? This would be really good.
It almost
if-
drinks like a cognac.
Yep.
It's
I
fantastic.
thought of Rayon cognac when
Randy-
you
Rayon.
said that.
So
But this would
I
be
gotta buy one of these bottles.
This
My
would
buddy
be-
Dustin. I owe Dustin because he gives me these jars of honey, man, straight from his farm, and he would love it.
now, an interesting
That's
little
very nice.
fact: if you get those honeys, you take your favorite dark amber fluid, heat up probably maybe half a shot of
The
honey,
you have to because his shit's crystallized.
Make sure there's nothing
Right,
on
but
the
heat the
floor
honey
out
up.
there.
and just stir that into your bourbon. I'm going to tell you what, you are going to thank me for that. I mean, it is a wonderful, wonderful
That's
little
wonderful.
cocktail.
I'm no
It is.
stranger to hot and toddies.
Well, it's not even that. It's just a matter of making a honey bourbon at home.
It's nice.
This would be really
It's
good for a
really
hot toddy.
nice.
Yeah.
That's a winter drink right
That's
there.
what I was thinking. Like if you have a cold and you would put that in some hot
Not even
tea.
that. But I mean, think about this. Think about eating the biggest Italian dinner you ever had, and you're sitting there, you're going, ugh. You have some of this. This really soothes and sets in.
Nope.
That's why it's an aperitif and a digestif.
Yep, it's true. No, yeah,
I
that's
don't
what it is.
There.
I just like it when you giggle at
You're
me.
too foo-foo for me. You're too foo-foo. I know.
I am not foo-foo. I am full of information. Try to feel I'm here all week.
Oh, dear
For sure.
God, help us.
For another 8 or 9 days.
Probably, yeah. Hey.
So where can we buy this?
This is available in limited liquor stores in Ohio right now. You would have to go to the OHLQ and type in Chopper.
The chopper.
And
Papa.
but I mean, he does a really nice job with it. I mean, for the average guy just coming in going, "Hey, I want to make my own damn whiskey." Well, you know, it's just a lot of sources and a lot of things, and he created this. And he
It's good.
He's big with the veterans.
I buy it.
He goes to all the veterans since he is. Hey,
Ozzy in the house.
Ozzy's in the
I
house.
had an airplane till just now.
So it's. I just went to OHLQ and I'm looking really quickly. It says it retails for about $30.
Yep.
Let me look. Product availability. Oh wait. Why am I in Columbus?
Because that Columbus is the central of our state,
Right.
and that is where, if you didn't know, Columbus is where they bring all the new liquors into.
Okay.
Because the Columbus area is the hub and they release all the good liquors, new stuff coming in. And there is, I think we were talking about this earlier.
Yeah.
Malort is coming to Ohio.
What's Malort?
Gross.
Wormwood.
It is a derivative of the wormwood. That is the Chicago. I guess that is Chicago
I think you were
initiation
surprised.
cocktail.
I thought you were surprised when I start telling you that was really big in Chicago. Do you remember me saying
Yes,
that upstairs?
yes.
I think you were a little surprised.
Well, I
because
know it's really big.
there's a lot of different Malorts.
Right.
The one I drank several times was really good, but there's other versions of it.
Right, but there is a Chicago Malort. It's actually considered a rite of passage. It's one of those dare drinks. Hey, guess what? You're in Chicago for the first time. You got to have a Malort. Anybody who says that likes a Malort, they're lying.
Well, I liked it.
Well, you're lying.
I had
well,
more than one.
wait, you like just about everything. Fixed formula 44D with water.
We got Karen.
So it is in stock at the Giant Eagle in Solon, which is a market district.
Market district, yep.
It is in stock at Mookie's, which I know.
Mookie's is at Miles and
43.
Miles.
Northfield.
Well, it's
Mookie's is Miles and Northfield.
it's at Chagrin
Oh,
Wine
you're
and
right.
Beverage
Yep,
in
right.
Shaker Heights.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's our
Yep.
spot, man. Which also hosts a Royal Havana Cigars. They do. The
Not
other
anymore.
one. Yeah,
Not anymore.
Simone's Beverage.
Simone
in
and
Valley.
Lakewood. All these that she's mentioning right now are great liquor stores. I would highly recommend you patron them. I used to go before I was in the distillery at Cleveland Whiskey. They had me going out and doing sales rep, and I got to meet a lot of these fine people that bring liquors into the stores. Simone's is amazing. Strongsville Market District is amazing. Strongsville Solon Market District is amazing. Akron Market Districts are amazing. Giant Eagle seems to take a lot of the liquor licenses and put them in their stores, good and bad, because you lose a lot of the mom and pop stuff.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that's amazing. At least it ain't no bar story. It was a short and quick
Oh,
story.
thank God! No more bar stories.
You know, I don't care what they say. You're
kids.
delightful.
Let's move along. Let's move along.
All right.
Oh, look at Greg keeping us on track.
I know.
Yeah,
He is.
Greg.
Yeah. We never asked him what show number it was. Do we
Not
know?
allowed to.
No, we don't know.
We don't care.
At the risk.
Sorry, Doug.
Sorry, Dougie.
Oh, dude, what are you doing? You gave a whole cigar.
No, he
No, I
didn't.
didn't.
Fuck.
I really do enjoy
that,
this.
you can-
That's a whole cigar?
It's all relative.
She likes his long, not short.
Cigar Nazi.
Oh,
Goodness.
who's on the
Alright, good.
scroll? We haven't been there for a little while. Anything good going
Let
on?
me see if anyone is still with us.
Oh, God.
Everybody's sleeping right now.
And
Everybody's-
Forsey Hills, Hot Toddy, Goulardi. He's got Steve Gallimon says you remind him of Goulardi.
Thank you very much. I will take that as a high compliment. I mean, Ernie Anderson was the man, but Ron Swede, the ghoul, was my
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. Good burgers.
I got to actually meet Ron Swede right
Did
before
you?
he died. I didn't realize that he was a member of my church.
Oh, no
Oh,
kidding.
okay.
And I'm sitting here, I'm wearing a ghoul shirt during one of the fish fries, and he comes up and he goes, "Oh wow, cool shirt." And I says, "Yeah, it is. I mean, I love this man. I never seen the guy out of his costume. I didn't know who he was." And I'm talking to him. I go, "Man, I just love the ghoul. I spent all my weekends with him as I was growing up and all that." And I'm just sitting there watching this guy start beaming and beaming. He's like, "Ha, ha." And my wife goes, "Do you know who that is?" I go, "What?" She goes, "That's the ghoul." I go, "No way!"
Hilarity.
And he passed away shortly after. God bless you, Ron Swede.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for my favorite memories.
Us too. We watched
Yeah.
we would, as kids, my mother would come home from work at midnight and she'd bring pizza or McDonald's and we would watch Goulardi, man.
I think we have a
The goal.
problem.
Yeah, the goal.
And Nunzio is like winging.
What do you got?
He's giving
Your
you.
dog's not coming back.
Perfect.
Oh, okay. Our
Let's
dog ran away.
wrap it up.
Should be back.
She'll be back.
We'll leave you here with
let's
Albert
see.
to
Sit
tell
down.
you another story about his
sit
bar
down.
tab while we
I
go
think
chase a dog.
Oh, get out
Where the
of
front
here.
door is. She knows where the front door is.
Okay.
Should be cool.
But short of anything else, I'll wrap up with Chopper. Try it, like
It's
it,
very
love
good.
it. I mean,
Very good.
it's really good. I love it.
All right, kids. Well, hey,
We have a parting word over
Well,
here from one of our
okay,
audience
okay.
members.
So I commented before in the last one, so now there's a difference. This smells exactly how I expect it to taste. It's honey, it's clove, it's allspice. And the only difference is when I smell it, I expected it to be, not like I expected a heavy drink, but it's heavier. I thought it was going to be heavy.
It is
than
heavy.
It is.
It is heavy. I
Well,
agree.
that's the opposite. I actually thought it's much lighter than I expected.
I
and
get it.
to
But
go
it's-
into
it is
the
heavy.
palate cleansing kind of thing there, this is not something I want to sip when I'm, it's 5 o'clock and I've gotten off work. This is an absolute afternoon dessert, not like dessert and things
We'll
sweet,
talk.
but
Well, you and I can talk
it is
after the show.
It is a
it alone.
absolute end of the night. I've had a great dinner. I have finished.
It's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Exactly what
I
it
went
It's what an
to-
aperitif and digestif
You
is.
talk about Chicago. We've got one here. You talk about going like a nice Italian chain like Majorca's. I've had the chopped salad. I've had the gnocchi. I've had some of my girl's steak because I'm a leech. And then after that, I want one of these.
Oh, she
that
needs a
will
cracker.
after I've unbuckled the belt. This would make me. This is like the icing on the cake.
Buddy,
man.
that's what I'm
Awesome.
saying.
Karen,
I think
next
you and
show we
I-
need the
you and
mic,
I should
Paul.
Get, Paul, we'll get one for Dustin. We gotta get one. We got a gift for Dustin.
All right, guest host, you want to close this out?
Hey, yes, I guess we can. Thank you very much. I was thrown into this. I really enjoy you guys. Thank you very much. But for the Whiskey Roundtable, this is Bob Leakin, Bourbon Bob.
Karen Helen Keller.
Big G.
We're gonna close it out and close it in because I'm Albert Santilli. Good night.
Who
Good
pays
night.
his
There
bar
you go.
tab, by the way?
I paid for those drinks.
Paid for the bar tab.
See you kids next week.
I'll be back.
If whiskey stopped working, every bar in town would be closing their doors, shutting down. Everybody would be trapped with their thoughts, 'cause nothing numbs the pain like bourbon or scotch. Oh no, oh no, no. If whiskey stopped working, where the hell would I be? Probably wasting lots of money trying therapy. If whiskey stopped working, what the hell would I do? Honestly, to tell you the truth, I wouldn't be over you. If whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, oh, whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped. Poor Jack D would be out of a job. Jameson and Bean would be cut off. Hank Williams songs wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, this whole damn world would be a mess. Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. If whiskey stopped working, where the hell would I be? Probably wasting lots of money trying therapy. If whiskey stopped working, what the hell would I do? Honestly, to tell you the truth, I wouldn't be over you. Whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped working, oh, whiskey stopped working, if whiskey stopped, oh. If whiskey stopped working, where the hell would I be? Probably halfway out of this town, leaving Tennessee.